Stephanie Milky here, aka Keto Mom, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the Keto Mom podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Milky, and welcome to the Keto Mom Secrets podcast. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Keto Mom page. I'm not really hiding in my car. Let me start over. We have a daughter that's restarting piano, so I'm sitting outside her piano lesson, and I thought I would do a live because I'm going to be sitting here for 30 minutes. And I ran out of the house. I wanted to grab a protein shake. I didn't, and I was like, oh man. And then I found something in my car. So I'm going to have this while I'm chatting with you. So we are going to talk about healthy fats. We're going to talk about some healthy fats, why fat is important, but actually I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can overdo it. And you might be going, what do you mean? Keto is all about fats and eating healthy fats, but I want to make sure you understand how it's done right. So real quick, let me know that you can hear me. Let's make sure my internet is working. I'm holding my phone up in a specific position because I'm sitting outside, my daughter's taking piano, and right behind me is the most disgusting, disturbing house that is decorated for Halloween that I've ever seen in my life, and I don't want you to see it. It's terrifying. And if I lived across the street from this house, I'd be like, I'm going to have to move. So I'm going to spare you so you don't have to see it. We don't like Halloween. I don't do Halloween. If you want to know something about me, I don't like it. I don't like things that are scary. I think it's disgusting, and we don't even go trick-or-treating. Don't feel bad for my kids. They're fine. So, and they don't like it either. Anyways, cheers. Okay. We're going to talk about some fats. I want to give you the basic overview. So there's a couple things. Interesting you say that you don't eat enough fat. I want to give you an overview of understanding the ketogenic diet. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert, but I want you to understand it from how I understand it from a mom's point of view. If you really want an incredible person to follow, if you go to Instagram, you guys follow me, Keto Mom Secrets, Instagram, and that's okay that you guys love it. I just don't like it. You're talking about Halloween. I hate it. Anyways, if you go to Instagram and type in Ryan Lowry, it's Dr. Ryan Lowry. Lowrey, Lowry. He was one of the scientists that formulated ketones, right? So he formulated this product. He's an author of the book called The Ketogenic Diet. He's an author of the book that's called The Ketogenic Bible. If you're looking for an incredible resource, an incredible book that actually walks you through the ketogenic diet and how-tos and medical questions, that book is great, okay? Now, he's an incredible person to follow on Instagram because he does these short little videos and answers so many questions, and a lot of people ask about fat. Now, I want you to understand how the keto diet works, just really, really quick. Tell me what you do. Do you consider yourself very strict keto or low carb? Here's what a true ketogenic diet is. You're eating approximately 80% fat, 15% protein, 5% carbs, basically under 20 carbs a day. So you're eating very low carb and very high fat. When you do that, fat keeps you fuller longer. That's why people say, I don't have to eat as much. That fat is supposed to keep you full. So you're not eating as much, right? And if you do that, and if you do it for a certain period of time, your body will make ketones, hopefully. All right. This is very important because I've watched people say that they're keto. And for example, if you don't care, Patty, that I use your name, you say that you're low carb. That's great. To me, Somebody that says they're low carb, they're doing the best they can with their food. So you're taking the buns off the burgers, the croutons off your salad. You might be grabbing a lettuce wrap instead of a sandwich. Maybe you have your dressing on the side. You're drinking more water, less pop. You are being mindful, right? Instead of grabbing the pasta, you're grabbing an extra salad. Instead of grabbing the potatoes, you're grabbing veggies. Like, you are being mindful and doing the best you can without having to track everything. And that's great. That's where most people do the best. They create this lifestyle. They learn how to eat. They add some good fats in, like some butter or avocado or the yolk in their eggs. It used to be this huge not fad. I don't like that. People be like, don't eat the yolks. It's bad for you. And people would buy egg whites by the cartons, right? So fat is good. And so Patty says that's correct. That's what I would consider somebody that's low carb. Somebody that's keto is going to be the opposite. They're going to get on their little calculator and their food tracker every day. And they're going to track everything they're eating. They're going to make sure their macros are on point. They're going to do it. And if you are doing the ketogenic actual diet, or you're tracking all of that, you need, for sure, half your body weight in ounces of water. Everybody needs water. If you are doing the ketogenic diet, you cannot skip your water. And you're most likely going to need electrolytes because your body is flushing out all of your electrolytes. Even low carb, you want to add those back in. Here's where the fat gets tricky, okay? Is when somebody like Patty says, I'm doing keto, and she knows she's doing low carb, but it's closer to keto. And so she might go, oh, I can eat that. It's keto. It's not a big deal. Oh, I can eat all the cheese and the bacon and the butter that I want because it's considered keto. And so all of a sudden you eat all of this fatty food, which again, keeps you fuller longer. But if you're actually not in a state of ketosis, or if you actually don't have your carbs under 20 carbs a day, you can actually overeat good food. Is this making sense? Let me explain it like this. There is, I think it's like 4 calories in a carb gram and like 9 calories in a fat gram. I'm not saying you have to count calories. I need to know if this is making sense. But if you decide to eat a whole bunch of fat, so therefore you're eating more calories, and you still are eating low carb, but you're not eating like under 20 carbs a day, which still means you're eating more calories, you're eating excess calories. And if your goal is fat loss, and you're not actually tracking everything to the point where you know where all of your food is allotted, then you're probably just simply overeating. Does this make sense? So I get asked this question all the time. What are some good fats to eat? How can I incorporate them? Like olive oil. It's great. I've actually gotten a lot of people trying to cut back on the dairy. Dairy can make women feel inflamed, right? It can make you feel bloated. Dairy doesn't always sit well with a lot of people. So things like almonds or macadamia nuts, some nuts are good, some good fat. Not the bucket of nuts, not the container of nuts, but a handful or a fourth a cup. Things like eggs and eating the yolk is good fats. Fatty meat, like a ribeye, is good fat. Bacon isn't bad, but in moderation. You don't need to have a pound of bacon, right? Olive oil, cooking your food in olive oil is great for you. Sardines, salmon. I'm pretty sure flaxseed even covers in that. So I want you to just know where you're at. I'm okay with low carb, or I'm going to be really strict keto. And wherever you're at, that really depicts how much fat you're eating. Do not say I'm low carb and then eat all the fat that you want, right? It really, really comes down to, am I hungry? If I'm hungry, I'm going to eat. My body's going to tell me I'm hungry. My eyeballs don't tell me I'm hungry. My eyeballs see food, and then my eyeballs tell my stomach I'm hungry even if I just ate, and then I see something that I want to eat. And it's labeled keto, and then all of a sudden I'm like, that's great. It says keto, and I eat it, and I'm actually not hungry, and I just ate, then I just overate. Does that make sense? So it really is an awareness of, am I bored? Am I hungry? Do I need all of that fat? I will tell you, in the very beginning, from when I learned about keto and helping my husband on this journey, I was always taught in the very beginning that you can't have too much protein. Don't eat too much protein. Your body won't process the protein. It'll turn into fat. Like, I had this ingrained in me. And then I learned from Dr. Ryan Lowry, who you should all follow on Instagram, that your body actually won't. And the majority of people will never actually overeat protein. And so protein is actually very good for you. And women don't eat enough protein. If you feel like you're experiencing, I have people that message me every day that go, what happens if I'm losing hair? Does a keto diet cause hair loss? I don't know why I said it that way. It just came out of my mouth. That is a common question. And I say, oh, I'm not a doctor, but here's what I've learned. I've learned that women don't eat enough protein. Women have hormones, and stress causes a lot of havoc on your body. If you are not eating enough protein, if you are stressed out and your hormones are out of whack, you're going to see it in your hair, your skin, your attitude, the way that you feel. And so it's a balancing act, right? Like if your goal is fat loss, I love to say, and it's not my saying, I don't know who said it, the diet that's going to work for you is the one that you stick with long term. So if a low carb lifestyle, a carb conscious lifestyle, which is one and the same, works for you to make better choices, to grab the salad and the veggies, protein and a veggie, right? Drink your water, not the pop. If you're just making better choices long term, it will work. All right. Because if you were to go back to eating the way that you ate in the past, it's going to only add pounds to you. If you've consciously made decisions to eat better, it will work, and it might not meet your expectations of your time frame, but it has to work because you're making better choices. You're not feeding your body a whole bunch of sugar. Does that make sense? So I just wanted to help clarify that. If you need some good fats to eat, avocados, olive oil, nuts, some fatty meats, eggs, salmon, I love fish, things like that are great. And you don't have to eat an excess amount of it unless you're truly on a ketogenic diet, which is where you're tracking your food. You're probably checking your blood meter to see if you're in ketosis, you're having your electrolytes, you're drinking your water, and you're really under 5% carbs a day. So I hope that explains it. If you want a book, I already said this before, and it has medical questions and really a great layout of so many things, The Ketogenic Bible by Dr. Ryan Lowry and Dr. Jacob Wilson. It's an incredible book. It would help you a lot. Also, I'm getting questions about the challenge that I'm running. So we just finished a 10-day challenge where people were on my customer site or my Keto Mom Secrets group, like a private group. And we just did a really fun contest where they checked in every single day. They drank their ketones. They worked on their food. We had a recipe of the day and a video of the day. So if you want to know more about my mom fuel, I drink ketones. Yes, thank you for posting that, Dr. Ryan Lowry. He's really great. Go follow him on Instagram. He will give you every day. You can go watch a 30-second to 2-minute video about something about keto, low carb. He really debunks a whole bunch of things. He would be a great resource for you. So super great. If you want to know more about my mom fuel and the next challenge that's coming up and how to participate and how to win, which I do have 2 winners that I did not announce. So in my customer group, I announced some winners. I'm pretty sure I have Priscilla and Michelle, and I think it's Michelle Williams and Priscilla Reap. Obviously, I talk to you often because you message me often, and we've become great friends online. Both of you also won prizes for finishing the whole challenge and the bingo sheet, and we have fun things. So if you were in my customer group, awesome. If you want to know more about the challenge that's coming up that I will coach you on, post challenge in the comments. It has to do with drinking ketones, checking in, working on your food, being mindful, and letting me help you. So you can post that below. Otherwise, I want to know what other keto questions that you have. So what are some low carb, what are some low carb keto questions that you have? And I will come on later. I will answer those for you. I would love to connect, answer any questions that you have. Thank you for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. As I sit in my car and wait for my daughter to finish her piano lesson, which she's so excited about. So she's really excited. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. Please, please, please. It doesn't matter what question that you have. Ask your keto questions below and we're going to chat, and I'll come back on later and answer those. So have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.